So so as we try to understand and wrap our heads around why do bad things happen to good people? Or why do people do cruel things to each other, to other humans? We look at, for example, what's happening in Israel and Hamas. People say, take a side. How can you take a side? The only side is that of life. I'm on the side of life, on peace, on children leading normal, happy lives. I'm not on the side of anyone hurting the other. It doesn't matter what the reason is. There should only be one side, and that is the side of peace. So the question is, why is the human condition so depraved and so filled with conflict? Now, there's many different answers to this. There's a couple of answers that resonate with me. I've seen some of this in my own life and an observation of those situations around me. One of those, which interestingly enough is hardwired with the older Indian generation, is that this universe, this experience is a mirror. And whatever it is that we put out must come back to us. Maybe not this lifetime, maybe the next lifetime. And what I hear over and over again when I tune in to my guides is when we experience a certain negative situation for absolutely no fault of ours or no reason whatsoever, it's never actually that simple. Every thought, every word that we speak or think or utter or have done in the past has created this experience at the end of the day for us. That's one. The other is that every experience is here to teach us where we have holes in our strength, in our forgiveness, in our ability to love unconditionally, because that is the goal. The goal is to be a loving human that has unconditional love and forgiveness in our hearts. And these situations show us where we absolutely will not let that happen. And these situations keep coming over and over again to help strengthen us, to make us stronger, to make us tougher. And so when these situations occur, the first most important thing to do is to bow down and to say, thank you for giving me the hardest, the most cruel, the most difficult, the most incredibly horrible experience, because it appears I might need this experience in my growth path. Because I firmly believe that we are loved. I believe that with the every cell of my body. We are loved. So why, if we are loved, would we be put through an experience that makes no sense other than to help us evolve, to help us grow, to become Buddha, to become Christ, to become Shiva, Krishna, to become the embodiment of the white light itself? That is what I believe. That whatever is happening because I'm loved, and it's a way for me to grow. And so if terrible things are happening to me, it's because somebody believes that I'm capable of handling, because I also believe that God never gives you something you cannot handle. So it's something I'm capable of handling. Wow, I must be strong that God thinks I can handle this, but also a way to grow. And the last reason I will give you is that sometimes we fall off our path. And I will give you my example on this. And the way you get back on your path is by being literally shoved off of the path you are on. I had colon cancer at 35 because I was on the wrong path. Stopped me, but didn't really stop me. I took a year off, but I really went right back on the path. So 5 years later, I had another health crisis because I was still off path. I genuinely believe that sometimes things happen to get us on the right path because we are not going to get off the path we are on otherwise. So My urge to you is this: when something terrible happens, I want you to do three things. I want you to first bow down and acknowledge that it could be something that you may have created, or that it's a lesson you need to learn, or it's a mirror reflecting back at an experience that you have caused someone else to have in another lifetime. So I'm sorry, forgive me, thank you, I love you is a beautiful prayer. Number two, is it because I'm on the wrong path? Do I need to move paths? Is this what is happening? So ask these questions and then meditate to let go, let go, let go. This is not hard. I deal with this on a daily basis myself. No matter how much you meditate, at the end of the day, trying to be Buddha is a process and an experience and not an easy one. So we keep trying, right? So every day we have a tough experience. We acknowledge, we bow down, and we say, what is the lesson for me? How can I grow from this? How can I embrace this? How can I creatively solve this? And that is the last one. How can I creatively solve this? Ask for guidance. Do not do this alone. We are not alone. We are never alone. We are always surrounded with support, with higher consciousness. Ask, get down on your knees and pray and say, please, whoever's listening, tell me, what is my right path? What is my right approach? How do I get out of this situation? And do you remember Louise Hayes? Everything that is happening for my highest and best outcome. And out of this situation, only the best will come out for me. And so it is. So that is a little prayer that you can say every night when you're dealing with a very tough situation. So I'm Reena, this is Breathwork, and that is my insight on dealing with a tough situation.